to tell. There's a video that I did as far as doctors and medicine, and I neglected to mention something, so I'm gonna try not to be too long on this one. It's about Privacy Act. Um, Make sure that when you're talking to a doctor or a nurse about your circumstances, if you don't want anyone else listening to what you're saying to them, they have a right to respect your privacy. And you get to ask them, can we go speak over here or can we go into another room? Another nurse is fine, another medical assistant is fine. But when you're talking about, I've seen this happen with a friend of mine where this nurse came out and started discussing her business next to me, not knowing if I was a relative or not. Then there were people behind us, and they were also listening. So I couldn't interrupt right at that moment, but I could see that my friend sitting next to me was very, very uncomfortable. So the nurse said, "Oh, I'm going to get some information and I'll be right back to you." So she didn't really give too much detail, but I told my friend, "You have a right through Privacy Act for the nurse or the doctor to not discuss anything about your health and your circumstances in front of other people unless you want them to know that." And she said she understood what I said, but she didn't know she could say that. And this lady is like 80 something years old and did not know. Your business does not need to be discussed around everybody that's next to you or behind you if you don't want that information out. They should have respected her privacy from the beginning, whether she knew that or not. It is not right and it shouldn't be done. So anytime that you want to know results of your tests or you want to talk to a nurse or a doctor about privacy issues, even going to the emergency room for the first time, the people at the counter just need your information to be put in the system. If it's a delicate topic, I've done this numerous times. If it's a delicate topic, you just say, "Can you check other?" Because this is something I need to speak to the doctor or the nurse in private. Because those people working at the front desk is just learning your business when they have no significant part of your healing and whatever else you discuss with the doctor. All they need is your name, your age, and why you're at the hospital. "Well, I'm at the hospital because I have a very private issue that I need to discuss with the doctor or the nurse." You do not have to discuss it with the receptionist or administration right there in the front, security officer on the side. Why should they know your personal business when that is just between you, the doctor, and the nurse? Make sure they respect your Privacy Act. If you want them to know, then you can say whatever you want to. It is your choice. But if you want it in private to prevent feeling uncomfortable around strange people you've never met before, if you walk in and they see the injury, that's fine. It's self-explanatory. They can see it with their eyes. But if it's a condition on the inside, unless it's life-threatening, other than that, anything private, they don't need to know that. Only the doctors and the nurses need to do that. Make sure they are aware. You put this Privacy Act forward. Now you need to respect that Privacy Act and respect my privacy. Thank you for listening to me. Got a lot to tell. Take care. See you the next time.